A good Erev Shabbos to one and all. Parshas Bamidbar, the meaning of Sefer Bamidbar. Today, Chavches Iyar, the 28th day of Iyar, known as Yom Yerushalayim. 53 years ago, the day of the unification of the city of Yerushalayim. Yesterday morning, I had the pleasure of listening to my Rabbi, Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi Beryl Wein, giving a insight into the Parsha. And in his beautiful and impeccable way, he brought today's situation to light. That this week's Parsha Bamidbar in the desert, he says it's hard for us to imagine what it was like. But when we see our current situation, maybe we could have some insight into that. Before we were put into the quarantine, before we had the stay-at-home command, the Jewish people lived in the desert for 4 decades. And there was no gainful occupation. They had no struggle to feed themselves. The miraculous bread, the manna came from heaven, the water from the rock, from Miriam's zechus. They were protected from the elements by the cloud, and they covered from Aaron HaKohen. What did they do with their time? The apparent answer is that they absorbed themselves in understanding, in studying, and assessing the laws and the values of the Holy Torah. In any event, they had to raise a new generation of people, a generation that would pursue the goals and the aspirations of entering into the land of Israel, going to Eretz Canaan, the land of Eretz Israel, settling in it, and creating a new norm, so to speak, of a Jewish society. The Dor Midbar, they themselves would not be leaving the desert. It was only a preparation for the future. Chazal have characterized the generation of the desert as being one of the greatest of intelligence. Their knowledge and understanding was so deep and so great. And apparently all of their efforts went for nothing. But the truth is it was to prepare the next generation. And as now we are about to accept the Torah next week in the Yom Tov of Shavuos, and Shabbos is the time when Chazal say it was given on a Shabbos. Today, this Shabbos, before Kabbalas HaTorah, of Matan Torah, the receiving, the gift from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's all about the preparation for the future, for the ongoing next generation. And Amir Hashem, through this episode that we found ourselves in the last few months of being together, of learning and davening, and aspiring into becoming better people, better parents, better children, better husbands, better wives, better neighbors, better human beings to the outside world. We hope the influence of the Torah that we receive, that we've learned over these last weeks, make all that great of a difference. So hopefully now, as we begin a new Sefer, a new beginning for the Jewish people in Kabbalas HaTorah, when we're able to implement all of the teachings of it as well, we hope and pray that speedily and quickly we'll be able to return to that time. We'll be able to celebrate Ki Ish Echad B'Lev Echad, not only in spirit and in mind, but in person and in body, standing shoulder to shoulder, embracing each other on the confines of the Shekhinah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We shall be meriting that time speedily, quickly, hopefully, Mir Hashem, to be together in the near future. A good Shabbos to one and all, and be well, be safe, and hope to see everyone soon.